want to buy more without continually getting into more and more escalating debt, apart from anything else, if you want to scale the business, you've also probably got to do some disposals, because if you mortgage them to 75% of value. If you sell them, you realize, like I've just said, 92, 93% of value. So it helps you to keep those scales roughly on an even keel when you're looking at loan to value and important metrics like that across the portfolio.
Okay, I'm interested in what you said. I mean, you suggested, and tell me if I got this wrong, that when you look to dispose properties, one of the key things is what are the costs of disposing that property going to be? Because regardless of the value of the property, there are some properties which you know that you can get rid of without, you say, paying estate agent fees, because you can sell to the tenant. There are some properties in areas, I guess, where you just know this is going to sell fast, and therefore that's going to save us a lot of money. Because when I worked at Microsoft, they used to have this HR policy. They don't have it anymore, which was essentially that they wanted to get rid of the bottom 10% of their staff every year. So they had this rating system, and if you scored the bottom rating, and that was 10% of staff scored the bottom rating, they basically tried to shift you out, because they said, look, we know that if we get rid of the bottom 10% every year and we bring in a new 10%, chances are some of those new 10% are going to be outperformers. And then we can get rid of the bottom 10% every year, and that means we'll improve our staffing. I mean, it's a pretty unpleasant place to work. But is that something you look at as well? You say, look, here's the lowest performing portion of our portfolio and we need to move that on, because that's not something you mentioned just then.
No, it's the old rank and yank, isn't it? And the reason why it doesn't quite work as cleanly as all of that, aside from anything else, is so we're more opportunistic on our sales.